Have you ever had that moment where someone asks you a simple question in English and your mind just goes completely blank?
Oh my god, yes. Like, you know the answer, but the words just disappear.
Exactly. Well, today we're going to fix that because by the end of this episode, you'll be ready to answer 5 daily questions without even thinking twice.
And trust me, these aren't boring questions. These are real questions people ask you every single day.
I'm Martin.
And I'm Kate. Welcome back to our 30-day English speaking challenge.
Hey, Kate, how are you feeling today?
I'm good, Martin. Actually, I'm really excited about today's episode because I remember when I was learning Spanish, someone asked me, ¿Cómo estás? And I just froze.
Wait, really? You froze on how are you?
I know, it sounds silly now, but in that moment, my brain just stopped working. I was like, good? Maybe?
That's so relatable, though. I think everyone learning a language has had that moment.
Right? And that's exactly why today is so important. We're on day 3 of our challenge, and we're focusing on 5 questions you hear almost every day.
So if you're new here, welcome. We're helping you speak English naturally, one day at a time. No grammar rules, no boring textbooks, just real conversations.
And if you're enjoying this challenge, do us a huge favor. Hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss any days.
Yeah, because tomorrow's topic is even better. But let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Okay, so Martin, should we jump into the 5 questions?
Let's do it. But Kate, before we start, I have a question for you.
Oh no, what?
When someone asks you, how are you in English, do you always say, I'm fine?
Ugh, guilty. I mean, I try to mix it up, but yeah, I'm fine is like my default answer.
See, and that's the problem. We all do it. We learn I'm fine, and then we just repeat it like robots.
Okay, so what should we say instead?
Well, that's actually our first question today. How are you? Let's really break it down, not with grammar, but with real answers.
I love this. So, how are you? What are some natural ways to answer?
All right, so if you're feeling good, you can say, I'm great, or I'm doing well, or even just pretty good,
Ooh, I like pretty good. It sounds so natural.
right? And if you're feeling amazing, you can say, I'm fantastic, or I'm wonderful.
Okay, but what if you're not feeling great? Like, what if you're tired or having a bad day?
Good question. You can say, I'm okay, or I'm all right, or I'm a bit tired today.
See, I think that's so important because we always feel like we have to say we're fine, even when we're not.
Exactly. And here's the thing. When you answer honestly, the conversation becomes more real. People actually want to talk to you.
That's so true. Like, if I say, I'm a bit tired, the other person might say, oh, me too. And then suddenly you're connecting.
Yes, connection. That's what conversation is all about. Okay, so that's question number 1. How are you?
All right, what's question number 2?
This one is super common. What did you do today?
Oh, I hear this one all the time, especially at work or when I meet friends.
Same. And the cool thing is you can keep your answer really simple, like I went to work or I studied English.
Or I went shopping, or I stayed home and relaxed.
Exactly. You don't need to tell your whole life story. Just keep it simple and natural.
But what if someone wants more details? Like, what if they keep asking?
Then you can add a little bit more. For example, I went to work and then I met a friend for coffee.
Ooh, I like that. So you start simple, and if they're interested, you add more.
Exactly. It's like building blocks. You don't dump everything at once.
Okay, so we've got how are you and what did you do today? What's number 3?
Number 3 is, what are you doing this weekend?
Oh, this is a fun one. I love weekend plans.
Me too. And this question is perfect for practicing future plans. So you can say things like, I'm going to visit my family, or I'm staying home and watching movies.
Or I'm meeting some friends, or I'm going to the park.
Yes, and here's a little tip. You can also say, I don't have plans yet, or I'm not sure yet.
Oh, that's good because sometimes people ask and you genuinely don't know.
Right? And that's totally okay. You don't always need to have exciting plans.
True, I mean, sometimes my weekend plan is literally just sleeping and eating snacks.
Kate, that's called self-care.
Thank you. Finally, someone understands me.
Okay, so that's 3 questions down. Are you ready for number 4?
Yes, hit me with it.
All right, question 4 is, where are you from?
Ooh, this is such a classic question, especially when you meet new people.
Exactly. And the answer is super simple. You just say, I'm from your country.
Like, I'm from Brazil, or I'm from Japan, or I'm from Poland.
Yes, and if you want to add more, you can say, I'm from Brazil, but I live in London now.
That's perfect. It gives people more information without being complicated.
Right. And sometimes people will follow up with, oh, how long have you been here? Or do you like it here?
And then the conversation just flows naturally.
Exactly. That's the beauty of these simple questions. They open doors to bigger conversations.
I love that. Okay, so we've covered 4 questions. What's the last one?
The last one is super important. What do you do?
As in, what's your job?
Exactly. This is usually how people ask about your job or what you study.
Okay, so how do we answer this naturally?
Well, if you have a job, you can say, I'm a teacher, or I work in marketing, or I'm a student.
And if you don't have a job right now?
You can say, I'm between jobs right now, or I'm looking for work, or I'm taking a break.
I think that's really important because not everyone is working all the time, and that's okay.
Absolutely. And if you're a student, you can say, I'm studying English, or I'm a university student.
Perfect. So those are our 5 questions. How are you? What did you do today? What are you doing this weekend? Where are you from? And what do you do?
Yes. And the cool thing is, if you can answer these 5 questions confidently, you can handle most everyday conversations in English.
That's so true. These questions come up all the time at work, at school, with friends, everywhere.
Exactly. So here's what I want you to do, Kate. Let's practice these questions together right now.
Okay, like a role play.
Yes, I'll ask you the questions and you answer naturally. Ready?
Ready.
All right. Kate, how are you?
I'm great, Martin. I'm really enjoying this conversation.
Nice. Okay, what did you do today?
Well, I woke up early, had some coffee, and then we started recording this podcast.
Perfect. All right, what are you doing this weekend?
I'm not sure yet. Maybe I'll go for a walk or just relax at home.
Good answer. Okay, where are you from?
I'm from the UK, but I've lived in a few different places.
Cool. Last question. What do you do?
I'm a podcaster and English coach. I help people improve their speaking skills.
Amazing. See how natural that was?
Yeah, it felt like a real conversation, not like a test or anything.
Exactly, and that's the whole point. These questions should feel easy and natural, not stressful.
I totally agree. And listeners, I want you to practice this too.
Yes, pause the video right now and try answering these 5 questions out loud. Don't worry about being perfect, just practice.
And if you want, write your answers in the comments. We'd love to hear from you.
Yeah, for example, tell us, what are you doing this weekend? Drop your answer in the comments.
I'm so curious to see what everyone's up to.
Me too. All right, Kate, before we wrap up, I want to talk about something important.
What's that?
Confidence. I think a lot of English learners know the answers to these questions, but they're scared to speak.
Oh, absolutely. Fear is the biggest barrier.
Right? Like, you might know how to say, I'm from Brazil, but when someone actually asks you, your mind goes blank.
Yes, it's because we overthink it. We're worried about making mistakes.
Exactly. But here's the truth. Everyone makes mistakes, even native speakers.
So true. I make mistakes in English all the time, and it's my first language.
See? So don't stress about being perfect. Just focus on communicating.
And the more you practice, the easier it gets. That's why this 30-day challenge is so powerful.
Yes, every day we're building your confidence one step at a time.
And by the end of 30 days, you're going to feel so much more comfortable speaking English.
I promise you, it's going to be amazing. Okay, so let's recap today quickly.
Yes, today we covered 5 daily questions you need to know.
Question 1, how are you?
Question 2, what did you do today?
Question 3, what are you doing this weekend?
Question 4, where are you from?
Question 5, what do you do?
Practice these questions every day. Ask yourself, answer out loud, and get comfortable with them.
And remember, tomorrow is day 4 of our challenge, and we're going to talk about something really fun.
Ooh, I can't wait, but we're not going to spoil it yet.
Nope, you'll have to come back tomorrow to find out.
So make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss it.
All right, before we go, Kate, do you have any final advice for our listeners?
Yes, my advice is don't wait until you're ready. Start speaking now, even if it feels uncomfortable.
That's great advice. The only way to get better at speaking is by actually speaking.
Exactly, and you're not alone. We're all learning and growing together.
Love that. Okay, everyone, thank you so much for being here with us today.
We really appreciate you spending this time with us.
Keep practicing, stay positive, and we'll see you tomorrow for day 4.
Bye, everyone.
See you soon.